back on now. Beautiful Alaskan natives.
What up?
Group chat interview with Tator Tott. This is episode number 3, all for the family. We had to go get the kids, so we're going to continue and take you guys with us, let you see a little bit of the neighborhood.
What you can see through the snow.
Yes.
I didn't brush the van off this time like normal. Oh well.
Well, you said it earlier. You've never charged for none of your music. My question was going to be, what's your fee for your performance services or merchandise? But like you said, it's all for the love of it, huh?
Yep. Although, let's see, my first CD, which is still my only one right now. I'm still working on my second one with D the lyricist. Most of it is out at his studio. My first CD is $5 a copy because I did spend money on recording it. I spent money on the CDs themselves, the paper, the
time,
and the time,
blood, sweat, and tears.
Oh yeah. Wait. Maybe there were actually tears involved, because one studio session, I couldn't read what I wrote, and that was one of my wife's first studio sessions with me, going with me to the studio, and the beat's going, and I'm like, yo, stop the beat, and so he stops the beat. D is like, what's going on? I can't read this, and him and my wife started laughing so hard, and then I was laughing. And I think I was laughing so hard I was crying. But
tears of joy.
Yeah, not tears of pain.
Yeah.
I haven't recorded anything with tears of pain yet, but I know that I do have one song that I gotta record that might involve some tears of pain. But I own 2 of the beats on Project 1. And then the same beat maker makes one of the beats. I mean, I own 15 of this guy's beats. Like, he told me mechanical rights and you know, the copyrights, and at the time I didn't understand a word he was saying. All I heard, or all I knew, like right up front, was you own these beats. You can do whatever you want with them. You can sell them, you can loop them, you can, you know, sample the beats and make another beat out of them. And that was 15 beats for $200, and so there was money spent on studio time, money spent on beats, time spent recording, listening to the mixing, you know, time spent writing, time spent burning
equipment.
The CD, and so my first CD is $5 a copy, and if you're a DJ, I actually am willing to trade the CD for your email address.
Hear that, DJs?
I learned that from Ari Herstand and his page, Ari's Take. And then performing wise, I've been paid a few times to perform, and the cheapest one I got was $20 that I was not expecting. They were like, oh, like I hopped off stage and they were like, yo, here's $20 for your efforts, and I'm like, wait. If I knew I was getting paid for this, I would not have done a couple of them songs. Just for legal reasons. Right. But, you know, they were like, oh, no, it's not that big a show. You don't have to worry about it. I'm like, well, you know, that's what Chance the Rapper said, too. And I'm a fan of Channel, you know. I am a fan of Chance the Rapper. Like, to this day, still a fan of. I like his message, you know. But I guess, and then there's Rhyme Fest that, you know, as far as I know, none of the performers got paid except for the ones putting on the show, and that's totally understandable to me. At least you didn't have to pay to play. Right. Or pay to perform, you know?
If somebody was interested in collabing with you or getting some merchandise, how would they go about doing that?
For the collaboration, hit me up. Edward Tate on Messenger or Tator Tott Music. I also have Messenger for that. or a DM on Instagram or Twitter, or even LinkedIn. But merchandise, I don't have any yet. I have my 2 hats with my name on them, and that's it. And I don't even sell them because those are my personal hats. Eventually, I want to get shirts and start selling shirts. But for the collabs, I do actually want to start, you know, even if you can't pay me up front, I want to get a royalty thing set up. You know, if you don't know anything about publishing or performance rights, you know, see if we can set that up so that there's the long-term money involved at least. Because, well, I do got to start making money off of this a little bit. But other than that, like, I'm willing to forego the upfront payment for royalties, man.
That's what's up. Okay. You got any sample or worldwide premiere you gonna drop on us tonight?
Let's see. What should I rap about?
Ooh, a freestyle?
Possibly. Or depending on what it's about, I might have
Picking up the kids.
Picking up the kids? All right. Yo, I got a short video on YouTube for this. I don't remember the verse though.
Bust it right now.
All right. So, little over a year now, I've been a stay-at-home dad. But I've also, behind the scenes, been working on my raps. Sometimes I freestyle, sometimes it's only written. But regardless, you know, I spend every day spitting. Even if it's without listening to my own music in the background while doing some of the household chores, I get my raps out. And when I freestyle, I try to keep it as dope as when I'm writing, which should tell you, with what I have, I'm trying to keep with the enlightening of your mind. When I rhyme, I don't want to shine with the jewelry. I want to shine with my third eye and open yours too. And I want to make sure that even if I tell a story that isn't fully true, it is a possibility, unless somebody's actually living it and going through it. Because a lot of them are dark when I tell a story. And when I spew it, it kind of gets me a little scared of what could happen in my own life. But I do know that it's something that might help somebody get through the dark into the light. At least that's the hope. And that especially goes for my own kids, the ones who listen to my music and sing along with it. And that really makes me proud. Like the other day, we were listening to Immortality at home, and my second son was like, "Dad, I'm singing along with this chorus. That didn't even rhyme, but it told a story." And I know that's more important for some, especially if you're not doing it for the glory. And as you've heard, I don't always do it for the money. Okay, period. I don't do it for the money. I do it simply because I love it, and I want my kids to have something that they could look up to. Have something positive, even in the darker stories. But regardless of all of it, I want my kids to realize that everything is to bring Yahweh the glory. Even if it doesn't seem like it on the surface. I do my best with every one of my recorded verses. And if my kids get to hear it, my kids get to hear me rehearsing, and they dance along and sing along, it is the complete opposite of hurting. Even if I'm going through a rough time mentally and emotionally, seeing my kids enjoy daddy's music, oh, what's that word? That's what makes it really go for me. Couldn't remember the word, so I just went with it. Now watch as I go and get my kids and pick them up and bring them home and get back to this business.
A beautiful day out here in Alaska. We'll jump back in after the kids get picked up.